welcome. My name is Lucas Lechuga, and I'm your host of MiamiRealEstate.tv. Today I'm at the Perigon Miami Beach at their recently opened sales gallery. In a bit, I'm going to be meeting up with Philip Freedman, the director of sales of this ultra-luxury, ultra-exclusive oceanfront pre-construction condo development. So let's head inside, meet up with Philip, and learn all about it.
Everything's alright with a violet sky on my skin.
Well, Philip, welcome back to the show. It's great to have you.
Thank you very much. A pleasure.
You were actually the episode 4 guest. And back then, it was the Ritz-Carlton Residences Miami Beach.
That is correct.
So today, what do you have for me?
I've got what I think is the most exciting project in all of Miami Beach. Again, Miami Beach.
Yes.
But it is called the Perigon Miami Beach. We are located at 5333 Collins Avenue, positioned with 200 feet of oceanfront, 540 feet of depth from Collins Avenue to the ocean, and nothing on the west side. This is a section of Collins where it's wide open, so your unobstructed views going west to downtown, Biscayne Bay, the Indian Creek Waterway, stunning, just breathtaking.
And that's because there's a marina to the west side.
That is correct.
Yes, and so nothing's going to get built there.
Nothing will be built there.
There's not even enough land to build it.
There's not even enough land to build there, but we own the land, so that's the nice thing.
Yes, and probably one of the most interesting, or one of the biggest advantages of the building is the security, correct? And that's so important to buyers of this caliber. Can you touch upon that a little bit more?
Absolutely. You know, what's interesting is in Miami Beach, there's only 3 buildings, or I should say there will be 3 buildings that actually have a guardhouse. We'll be one of them. The other 2, great buildings, but when you think about it, and you're driving up to Four Seasons, you just drive up to the front door. You go to the Ritz-Carlton, you just drive up to the front door. Our property, we actually will have a proper security guardhouse, so this way your guests will stop. Anyone coming to the building to visit you, family or friends, will stop. You'll have a bypass lane as a resident. And then the building property on the north side going from street to ocean, the ocean front itself, and then from ocean to street on the south side is fully walled in. So I'd like to say we're almost like an embassy. You know, we're really creating that privacy factor. Also because of the fact that our receiving building is outside on the Collins Avenue area, and anything coming to the property for you as a resident actually will be given there, and our staff, who's security checked and vetted and cleared, will then bring it to the back door of the home.
That's amazing, because I've never heard anything like that. So you're saying that if there's a food delivery, your food delivery courier will not even get into the building.
No, they will not.
The food will pass to security. Security will actually deliver it to the residents.
That is 100% correct.
I've never heard that, but that's super secure. That's
you know, we wanted to create that privacy for our residents. Our residences start at $4.1 million, and our highest sale to date is now $44 million. We have not released our upper penthouse. That's yet to be released. But we did release our west penthouse, which is a duplex, and that's $37 million. And we've sold everything in between.
And those have private pools?
And those 2 duplex, well, all the penthouses have private pools. The East duplex, which is sold, that was the $44 million one. Highest price in Miami Beach, price per square foot, $7,662 a foot. I
can't believe we're talking $7,000.
I know, it's amazing. Sometimes I wonder myself. But this is that kind of a property. And the west view, also the duplex, 22-foot ceilings, 6,500 square feet of outdoor terrace space with a private pool. The upper penthouse, again, not released, but 8,200 square feet inside, 10,000 square feet of terraces with a sunrise pool and a sunset pool.
Wow, outstanding.
Pretty cool.
So let's back up a little bit. Tell me about the team that's behind this project.
So Mast Capital and Starwood Capital are the 2 partners developing the project. Mast Capital built Louvre House in Miami Beach. They're currently doing the 3900 Alton Road building, which will be a luxury rental. They're also building Cipriani residences. Very strong property, great developers. And then they partnered with Starwood Capital. And obviously Starwood Capital, you don't have to say anything more than Barry Sternlicht and about a $110 billion company. So great partners. Their collaboration's amazing. But talking about collaborators, this is what separates us from what I think is the rest of the buildings out in the marketplace. Number 1, OMA. Our design architects, they have designed a building that has basically our 7 separate structures, all brought together as one, but every terrace is angled 45 degrees out to the ocean.
Okay.
So even our furthest west residence, which is a wrap residence on the west side, but it wraps northeast and southeast as well. So you actually have an ocean view from the furthest west residence in the property.
That's spectacular.
So that's OMA. Designed a really dynamic building.
And that's on top of the west views to downtown, which are some of the best.
Oh, I mean, stunning. I mean, the breathtaking views of downtown over the bay and that sunset, and then downtown Miami at night.
Some people
sparkles.
prefer that view.
They do.
Even though it
Yep.
sells at, the ocean side sells at a premium, big premium,
Yep.
but there's some people that way prefer the sunset and the downtown skyline view.
Correct, correct. And then we go to the next part of the collaboration team, which is Tara Bernerd out of London. And Tara is amazing. She did the Four Seasons in Fort Lauderdale, just to kind of give a local flair to what she's done. But she looked at the design by OMA and said, you know what, I want to make form and function work, and I want to make inside and outside match.
Okay.
So she did that. So outside of the building, we've got a lot of corners, we've got wraps, we've got rounding, we've got peaks. I call them peaks and valleys. But the interesting thing is she did the exact same thing with the interior of our kitchens, which we'll see in a little while, as well as the master
Kitchens are
bathroom.
spectacular. I can't wait for the audience to see these.
I've been doing this for 20 years in terms of developments. And I will say this is one of the finest kitchens one of my developers have ever placed into the property.
It's so fine that when you look at the renderings, you're like, there's no way they're going to deliver that, like when the final product comes, but they did.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. And it's really exciting that way because, you know, just to your point, you know, the rendering of the kitchen is like, oh, it's really nice. It's beautiful. And we talk about the stone and how each, you know, piece is individually laser cut and on the island. And then you see reality.
Yeah.
And reality doubles down on the rendering.
It really does. It really does. So how about the interior finishes? Why don't we discuss a little bit more about that?
Yep. So we're letting our buyers, our early adopters, I should say, that buy today, choose their finishes. We don't want it to be a developer finished residence. We want it to be an owner finished residence.
Okay. Yep.
So our buyers get to choose their kitchen cabinetry, whether the walnut that we'll see momentarily or the French oak, as two different colors in the kitchen. They get to choose their floors. So wood, stone, or porcelain. And we're letting everybody also have finished closets.
Oh, nice.
So, you know, it's a done residence. Hi-hat lighting is done. We'll see again the kitchen with the racetrack ceiling, I call the lighting over the island, that mimics the size of the island for the residence. So each one's a little different, 2 bedrooms to 3 bedrooms to 4 bedrooms. But it's done. Linear diffused air conditioning systems.
Beautiful.
So, you know, a lot of finishes where literally the day of closing, all they have to do is back the moving truck up. It's not wait for someone to finish it.
Yeah. It's not even waiting, it's the inconvenience sometimes of these buildings not delivering everything finished, of the noise and the construction workers moving in and out. So
Yeah.
that's super convenient for somebody that wants to close and move in right away and not deal with all that nonsense.
Absolutely. And then we move into collaborator number 3, which is Gustafson Porter Bowman, also out of London. And we chose them because they actually designed all the landscape architecture at Chelsea Barracks.
Okay.
Chelsea Barracks in London is one of the finest buildings, communities I should say, in London itself. Highest dollar per square foot there as well. But they do beautifully designed gardens that are commensurate to the location. So there, it's London, it's a cooler climate. Here, it's tropical. We have 1,250 lineal feet of gardens at the property, just beautifully created with, you know, in our portico share, you got creeping ivy that goes up the columns. So you've got some really cool things from them. But think about Paris. You're walking through the Tuileries Gardens, because they also just were engaged to do the Paris Eiffel Tower Gardens.
Oh, really?
So for the 2024 Olympics, they've redesigned the Eiffel Tower Gardens.
Interesting.
So we got some good provenance going on here. And with them, we created this position where, you know what, we wanted to have something very special and very European. So in the garden area, when you walk through the Tuileries Gardens, you've got that beautiful crushed white stone. We're going to have the exact same thing here. So it's going to be under your feet. You're walking in the garden area. You're sitting with some water features to get that white noise, and you'll have that as well.
Amazing.
And then number 4, which is what I like to say is my cherry on top, is our chef.
Okay.
Because we have a private restaurant for the 73 families that will reside in the building, we brought in a gentleman by the name of Sean Herget. Sean owns the restaurant called Vestry in New York. It's a Michelin star restaurant. And he also is the chef that curates the menu for the residences at 432 Park.
Really? Okay.
So 432 Park is just a stunning building. It's one of the new pencil buildings at 57th and Park Avenue in New York City. But Sean knows how to take care of owners where it's private. And we wanted that same lifestyle here. And we will have Michelin star style food, but it's on the beach.
And it's completely private.
Completely private to the 73 families.
Amazing. That's something. That's another thing that's completely unheard of. You know, so it's a really special amenity to have.
It is, and at the restaurant is its own freestanding building. And you know, we like to say that real estate is, you know, all about location, location, and location.
Yep.
Well, in this case, we took the restaurant and we created its own building on the front, which is the Oceanfront, and put that there.
Okay.
So the developer said, you know what, this is a very special property. We're going to lose real estate to sell.
Yeah.
And we want to put it out to the residents. So we created the building. On the first floor is the restaurant, and the second floor is what we call our speakeasy. The restaurant is Nota. The speakeasy is called 53. And that speakeasy is a lounge. It's a bar, beautifully designed by Tara in collaboration with Sean.
Okay.
So, you know, this is how everybody works together, and we call them the collaborators because welcome to Miami Beach. You know, we create the collaborators with the idea that they work together. This is not one person doing one thing.
Yep.
This is a group of very professional individuals creating a lifestyle for 73 private families.
As a team.
As a team.
That's incredible. Back to the interior finishes. How high are the ceilings for the various residents, and
Good
how
question.
deep are the terraces?
Yep, so 10-foot ceilings in the living space and the entertaining space in the bedroom areas. They drop a little in corridors and things because we have to obviously run our ductwork and so on. Terraces are 10 to 12 feet deep.
Wow, incredible.
And they range from 29 feet by 12 feet as a minimum.
Okay.
And then you can have upwards of 175 lineal feet of terraces, contiguous, that wrap around these corner residences. So just breathtaking indoor and outdoor space. It's Florida. You want to have that indoor and outdoor living. Open up your sliding glass doors, which, mind you, each pane of glass is 5 feet wide by 10 feet tall.
Okay.
You open them up, and you've got 10 feet of open expanse from your inside to the outside, and really get to enjoy dining outside, lounging outside on your private terraces, and have the privacy factor too, because it's yours. The way OMA designed the building, you can't see into your neighbor's terrace.
Okay.
So again, it's that thought, the forethought of how they created the building, how they created the design, and most importantly, to create the privacy.
Yep. And what floor do residences begin on? The third floor?
Third floor.
And let's talk about elevation.
Yep.
How high is that third floor?
Well, interesting you bring this up because we are actually elevated 13 feet above sea level right to begin with.
Okay.
So, you know, with the world, what it is, we wanted to give our owners also the privacy factor again of that private guardhouse, private from the beach. So
And
we're
the
13
street.
feet, from the street. So we're 13 feet above sea level.
Okay.
Our first level of living really is 3, but that's a atypical floor. There's only 3 units there.
Okay.
Only one's left. I actually no, sorry about that. That one just sold, I forgot. So now we're starting on level 4.
Okay.
And that's 55 feet in the air.
Wow.
So, you know, with the fact of we've got a 25-foot high lobby, 13 feet above sea level. So, you know, you're adding all these numbers up, so we're 55 feet at level 4.
So back about privacy. So people on the west side, they don't have to worry about cars or people on the sidewalk walking by and seeing into
Not
their
at all.
residence.
Not at all. Totally secure, totally private. The view corridor, I mean, you'd have to be almost in the bay to be able to look into the residences.
Or like in one of those houses across the bay with.
You mean the
with
$50 million
binoculars.
ones? Oh, okay, yeah.
And how about the amenities?
Really, you know, we got 20,000 square feet of amenities. On the main level, we've got a wine room with 73 locked closets and cabinets for our owners for the wine. So then we've got, of course, a game room, 2 private meeting rooms, a screening room with beautiful, you know, a dozen chairs, a lounging area, 4K technology. Now, it could be 5K technology by the time we open, which will be Q2 of 2026. We'll deliver the building. But the interesting thing is the screening room, you can stream from your phone, stream from your iPad, or the building services. And the nice thing about it is you can actually reserve it. So if you wanted to do a private event for the family, stream on the screen something new and fresh, you can do that private for yourselves. And then we, of course, have what I call it the bow of the ship is our breakfast room. And the breakfast room is 7 days a week, fresh juices, fresh croissants, fresh fruit, coffee, tea, waters, whatever you're looking for, will be curated by the chefs at the building. The restaurant's lunch and dinner.
Okay.
Now, to that point with the amenities, lunch and dinner is lunch at the pool, lunch at our private beach club, because we have a private beach club within the community.
Okay.
Because in Florida, the sand is public.
Yes.
Now we'll have beach chairs and lounge chairs down at the water's edge, but we wanted to create a private area with sand, elevated beach chairs up on the privacy of our walled-in community. So you can also have food, beverage there, or down at the water's edge, or of course delivered up to the house.
Incredible. That's spectacular. And then back to, you were mentioning delivery.
Yes.
What's the timeline for groundbreaking?
Yep.
You just opened up this amazing sales gallery. So what's the next step?
So we're almost done with demolition, the old building that was there. We'll complete that, I would say, probably in another 2 to 3 weeks.
Okay.
And then we anticipate Q4 of this year, which we're approaching,
Okay.
or right at the beginning of Q1 to commence vertical construction.
Okay.
And then delivery Q2 of 2026.
And for the buyers at home that may be interested in purchasing a unit here, what's the process? What's the deposit structure?
So absolutely, we're with contract currently, 20% deposit.
Okay.
10% when we get to the next stage of vertical construction. So let's just say January, February is anticipated, will be the next deposit. That equals 30.
Okay.
And then the last 10% of deposit, because it's a total of 40, will be when we hit rooftop, which is anticipated to be winter of 2024 to the first quarter of 2025.
Okay. And
then the remaining 60% when we deliver.
at closing.
Yep.
Okay. And HOA dues?
$2.35 a foot.
With reserves.
With the reserves.
Okay. And
So
that's
this
important to know back.
very
Yes.
important. Yeah, the new law that takes effect January 2025. We already added our reserves in. We've also added all of our staffing in. So we're covering the restaurant staffing in that budget. We're covering the reserve factor that needs to be in there for security of the building, most importantly. And then we're a little heavy staffed because of the fact that we're delivering a private community, almost like a hotel, almost like a luxury property. The only difference is there's no transiency here. This is a private community for 73 families. No one's coming from the outside except for your guests and your family members. So we wanted to create something that was a lifestyle all unto itself.
So before we get up and take a look at the scale model and then the model kitchen and model bathroom, let's talk about the location and the points of interest.
I like to say we're in the middle of the Golden Triangle. Bell Harbor Shops to the north, south of Fifth and all the restaurant and all the entertaining district to the south, and then due west of us is the Miami Design District. And we're at 53rd Street on Collins Avenue on the ocean. So we're kind of right at that point, dead center of all locations. 10 to 15 minutes in any location, and you're really enjoying the opportunity.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
And it's quiet there, though. Like
And
immediately,
it's a residential neighborhood.
It's a residential neighborhood. You're not going to get a lot of tourists over there at all. Like pretty much, maybe just for the yacht show. But besides that,
that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very quiet, but you're close to everything, and that's what's important.
Very much so. And that's why we say, this is just a great family neighborhood. You've got the boardwalk that goes from Bell Harbor all the way south. So that's on the Oceanfront. You can ride your bike, you can actually walk, you can run, and you're off the street. So it's right at your steps, right outside your front door, or the sand, of course. And then with ease and proximity, we will have a house car, and the house car will take you to one of those triangular locations as well.
Yeah. Fantastic. Well, let's take a look at the model, because let's see what spectacular work Oma did.
Yeah.
It looks fabulous.
Absolutely.
Everything's alright with a violet sky on my skin.
Well, welcome home to my new building.
Gorgeous.
It's pretty stunning. This really shows how OMA designed everything with that 45-degree angle like we talked about. On the way the building is actually created, we did 2 bedrooms on the north side, in the middle. So on my side where I am, we have 2 sets of 2 bedrooms, 2,100 and 2,300 square feet. Where you are on the south side, we have a 3-bedroom and a 2-bedroom in the middle. And those are 2,300 and 3,300 square feet of living space. And then our corners. So this is the oceanfront corner, starting at 4,869 square feet for the lower floors. Floors 11 to 15 are 5,800 square feet.
Incredible.
That's just inside space. forget the wraparound terraces. What's interesting, and then on the west side, which is the Collins side, and the downtown view, and the Bay view, and that sunset view, 3,800 square feet to 4,800 square feet.
Wow.
So we did the break on the 10th floor as the differential. So 10 and down to 4, and then 11 to 15.
So out of curiosity, what's the premium Oceanside versus the Bayside? Because I'm guessing that's the way better value.
Yeah, it is. We started $10,250,000 on the 5th floor. Our 4th floor residence is sold already. And then on the oceanfront, having to get my developer's approval, of course, but 501 could be available at $19.9 million.
Okay.
Last sale, very open to the public, the 8th floor, and that sold at $22 million.
Okay.
So, these are your neighbors.
Yep.
Our buyers have 3 homes on average.
Okay.
Average age 52 years old. And we're about 70% domestic.
Okay.
So we've got a great mix all throughout the United States, and then Europe and Latin America for the remaining 30%.
Incredible.
And the building, we were talking about the beach club.
Yes.
So that's an important piece because that's this area right here. We wanted to create that privacy because the sand,
That's public. Yep.
Yeah, it's public. And we'll have our cabana chairs and everything down here. And of course, I don't know if you've been to the beach recently, but they did a major renourishment.
I saw that, yes.
We got 150 feet of depth of sand now. So it's really wonderful. And the boardwalk that we were chatting about, that goes from south of 5th all the way to the Bell Harbor shops.
Yep.
And this is a 3-foot elevation.
Okay.
So you start here at 3 feet, and then we finish up at 13 feet. We've got the last building in Miami Beach that's allowed to have a seawall, which is right here, and that goes all the way across the property.
Okay.
So that's our 13-foot elevation. So when you're at the pool, 25-meter lap pool, great
People
for
walking
swimming.
here, they can't see it.
Can't see up.
Okay.
And I don't see them.
Yep.
And I'm getting the view to the sand and to the ocean, but nobody's going to see me. So I could be swimming my laps and enjoying the privacy all into my community, into itself. And then, of course, the restaurant that I was talking about, freestanding building, main floor, designed by Terra with collaboration with Sean Herget. And what they've done is they've created the restaurant on the main floor and the speakeasy upstairs.
Yeah. So out on that terrace, you're looking at ocean.
Exactly. And right from here, you're 13 feet above sea level, so you get an ocean view right up from the main floor. So you're lounging upstairs, the same thing, indoor and outdoor dining, indoor and outdoor lounging. You'll notice also green roofs. And that's because, obviously, as you were saying, the oceanfront's obviously a premium.
Yep.
Well, we did the same thing, oceanfront or bayside. We did green roofs. So the privacy for our oceanfront owners or our bayfront corners all have that the green roof to look at.
Okay.
They're not going to look at a concrete roof. They're not going to look at a horrible roof line. Plus, all the mechanicals of these buildings are hidden behind.
Okay.
Privacy, quiet, and position and view.
It sounds like the designers thought of everything.
They really did. And that's the thing. So, when we look at this and we look at what the gardens have and the water features, this is all created with the idea that this is a community for only 73 families. And where you are is that lower area for the family members that you have that are on 4 legs. We're going to actually have a private little dog walking, dog park area.
Nice.
And that's in the lower area, very private, just for the residents again. So it's secure and private in that positioning. But the nice thing is, and I was talking about the meandering vines that go up, same idea here. So, look, South Florida is good for about 300 days a year of sun.
Yep.
So those other 65 days, you never know what's going to happen. But with the covered terraces, because of the way OMA designed this with what I call a wedding cake at the base and a wedding cake at the top, you have the ability to create these beautiful covered terraces. And it's designed so this way you can have the breakfast room right here, overlooking the ocean. And that's where breakfast will be served. And you've got the garden. So you can be eating breakfast inside or outside.
Okay.
And then the same thing with the amenities. One of the things we didn't talk about on our amenities is on our 2nd floor, which is where our gym and spa is, we created this whole area with the idea that COVID changed the world.
Yep.
We wanted to create something that's different. So what we did is we actually took those 2nd floor units and we put terraces on them.
Okay.
So your gym, which normally is a hermetically sealed, glass enclosed room, air conditioned, now is not that. You've got sliding glass doors out to terraces. So you can actually open up the doors and have an ocean breeze while you're doing your workouts.
Oh, nice.
So it's really good. Spinning, gym, full techno gym equipment, created so this way you have that opportunity, hydrotherapy, treatment rooms, as well as the opportunity to have a wonderful massage room.
Okay.
And if somebody's interested, excuse me, a salon.
Okay.
Wash basin, salon area, manicure pedicure station. We won't have those people on staff. Concierge can bring somebody in for you, or you can bring in your own.
Okay.
That space is yours as a resident to enjoy, yours as a resident to work with as well as you see fit.
Okay. And you mentioned the lower penthouses, and I see there's a duplex penthouse up here as well.
Yeah. So this was the duplex that sold for $44 million. The east front with its own private pool. We have the mirror image on the west side.
Okay.
That's currently out. We've officially released that, and that's $37 million.
Okay.
The upper penthouse we don't talk about.
Okay.
That's very private. But that's 8,000 square feet inside, 10,000 square feet of terrace, sunrise pool, sunset pool.
And the buyer can fully customize that.
They can really make it their own home.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Whether it's a 5-bedroom or a 1-bedroom.
Wow.
We'll really create that, and Tara designs that with the owner to really make it their own special residence.
One thing I wanted to mention over here on the scale model
Yep.
is you had touched upon earlier about the gatehouse.
Yep.
So that's over here. So when people are coming in off the Collins, driving in, the residents, they go straight.
Correct.
Correct? And then the food delivery people, this is the security.
That's receiving building.
That's
Yep.
the receiving building.
Yep.
So the food delivery people, they don't even enter the building. They hand it off here to the people in this building, and then they take it inside the building.
Exactly. So this receiving building goes underneath the structure itself.
Okay. Got
So
it.
it's a private position. They then go to the service elevator, up to the service core to your floor. You have a back door, just like a home.
Yep.
And that back door, they'll knock on and they'll say, I have your delivery for you.
Wow.
It's our staff. And because of our position in Collins, we also have that side surface road. So we're not right on Collins itself, we're on the side surface road, which is nice as well. So again, it drops down a little bit of the traffic pattern coming into the building. And it's really created with the idea that, with that side path, owners at our building can park their car themselves or valet park. It's their choice.
Oh, so they have the option.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
So we didn't want to have to just say, oh, it's only valet, because a lot of our buyers have cars they don't want valets to touch, or they just don't want valets to drive their car. Period. So with that being the case, it's your choice to self-park or valet park. Guests, of course, are only valet. And then you enter this beautiful 25-foot high lobby, and walking through to the different amenity areas. We will have a full concierge and a butler on staff, private to their families again. And when we talk about that, think of what they would do for you. Well, you're flying down. You're going to have an Instacart delivery created and delivered to your house, so this way you've got fresh things in there, but you don't want any of the perishables to spoil. Our staff will take the delivery, put everything into your home, and of course unpack the perishables and put them into the refrigerator so nothing's a problem.
That's service. That's
Don't it-
5-star service.
That is 5-star service. And then you don't have to worry about anything, so you don't have to go to a market when you get off the plane.
Yep.
Whether it be private or it be commercial.
That's incredible. That's amazing. I love it. So let's check out the kitchen, because I'm very excited to show the viewers at home.
Absolutely.
Let me breathe deep, let me get away. There's no place else I'd rather
So,
be.
this is where form and function started to come together. So Tara designed this so this way you see all the pilasters, each is individually laser cut.
Okay.
And if you look on the side, which is really cool, all the book matching of the marble of each piece follows all the way around. So it's very special. And like I said, this is a kitchen that you don't see in
yeah. No, this
in a condominium
It's a piece of art.
development.
It really is.
I
It
agree.
really is a piece of art here.
And what's interesting is we're one of 6 buildings in Miami Beach that has gas cooking. And because we have gas cooking, the hood has to ventilate to the outside of the building.
Okay.
Also book matched with the same stone, whether the back, the top, or the countertop. But Tara's all about clean lines and clean countertops. So you'll notice, obviously, decoration-wise, we've got ourselves settled, but everything would be clean across the top for the ability for the owner to figure out what they want, but all your controls are on the front.
Wow.
Also, with the design from our kitchen cabinetry company, the book match marbles on the front with all the drawers with the inserts for cutlery and other items. Wolf Sub-Zero appliance collection.
Okay.
So we wanted to create something that our buyers are used to hearing and used to having in their other homes. And by doing that, we did Wolf Sub-Zero. I call it our turkey oven on the bottom. Refrigeration. So you've got a full refrigerator set with purified water.
Okay.
And then freezer set on this side for purified ice.
Got it.
Now, for our larger residences, 3 and 4 bedrooms, I'll go this side for a second.
Okay, go for it.
Here we go. And what we did here is we created the wine closet, but with the 2 separate temperature gauges. Obviously, a little Krug champagne for anybody that wants to come to the sales gallery. And then also in our 2 bedrooms, the wine closet will be under the counter.
Okay.
So this way, they're always going to get a wine closet, 46 bottle under counter, 146 bottles on the freestanding cabinet.
Okay. And earlier you mentioned options about the cabinet colors, correct?
So the color that we're looking at is our walnut.
Okay.
So they'll also have a French oak color. So it's a lighter shade. This way, just determining on what their personal preferences are, it's theirs to choose. It's theirs to create. That window will close. Not yet. We still got a little time. But we are going to have to start to order all of our kitchens to be finalized to be able to have that delivery date of Q2 of 26.
Okay.
So right now, our buyers can choose that color. They can choose their floor, wood, stone, or porcelain. We'll finish all the terrace flooring.
Okay.
So that's going to have a porcelain floor with a rough finish to it. So this way we don't have to worry about it. There's continuity to the design. OMA and Bernerd work together again to create the color scheme for the outside of the building. And most importantly, the terrace finishes.
Fantastic. How about the master bath?
Well, this is where it gets really special. The stone that we're walking on is all a home finish floor. In our 3 and 4 bedrooms, this wall behind me would actually be glass.
Okay.
So you've got natural daylight in our 3 and 4 bedrooms. Because we're very efficient with our use of space in the 2 bedrooms, it's an inside bathroom.
Okay, got it.
But the quality doesn't change. Your walls are all stone and they're all polished. Your floors are honed.
Okay.
Your cabinetry and the niches that you see are also designed by Tara. The lighting, the mirrors, the finishes, all chosen by Tara. And this is how we will deliver the residence. Now, one thing that's really important to note is our glass. So what we did in our shower and our water closet, it's all a rippled glass, also opaqued, so this way you have a little privacy.
Okay.
But the nice thing is on the floor, right down to the point of the baseboard, it's stone.
Wow.
And it's the same stone with that bevel look and that opening, wrapping around, so created in a position. In the showers, you have a rainforest, a handheld, and a shower jet.
Okay.
But again, forethought, thinking things through, your controls are here right at the door. They're not inside, so you walk in and you get cold water on you.
Yep.
No, so it's right here, right on the wall. And then for the primary suite, the water closet is an all-in-one Duravit, and it's off the wall, it's a wall piece, and it's the bidet combination.
Got it. Well, this project is incredible.
It's exciting.
And thank you so much for all the information. It's been very informative, and thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Lucas, I can't thank you enough on behalf of the developers of the Perigon. Thank you for sitting down with us today. We're very excited to have you here, most importantly, and all your guests that you'll bring over to see this very special property.
Yes.
From $4.1 million up to our current released duplex penthouse with the west side, $37 million, and everything in between. We've got great inventory. We are 55% sold. So we've had a great launching pad so far, but now with our sales gallery, I think it's closing time.
And then the pending groundbreaking right around the corner.
And groundbreaking's right around the corner.
And we mentioned off camera, our baths is right around the corner, which is our busy season. So for the buyers out there that are kind of on the sidelines, this is the time to buy, because it's just going to get busier from here.
Very exciting.
Thank you again, Philip.
Lucas,
been a
thank
pleasure.
you so much.
Thank you.
A pleasure.
Well, that's all for today. If you're interested in purchasing at the Perigon Miami Beach, contact me, Lucas Lechuga, at lucas@miamicondoinvestments.com. But before you go, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below.